Welcome to Spring LIB.
If we're dealing with a square in the first one, squares have 4 equal sides and the diagonals are perpendicular and we have 4 right angles. So I agree, the measure of angle MKN is perpendicular. The measure of LMK, because angles are bisected by the diagonals, I agree that is 45. If LK is 1, so is KN, yes. LP, if we got right angles here, then this would be 1 as well. 1 squared plus 1 squared is 2 equals LP squared, square root, correct. And MP would be 2, yes. Good on A. If we're dealing with a rectangle, then I agree, angle SRT would be 56 because we got a right angle here, and this would be 34 alternate interior angles. And so that would give us our 90 here, so yes. QPR though, this angle, what we've got here is an isosceles triangle, so this would be 34 degrees as well, and if we complete the triangle with 180 degrees and we subtract the two 34-degree angles, this is actually 112 degrees. QP, if we know that from Q to S is 10, this is correct, it's 5. RS is what we want to find here. And we know that QS is 10. Let's use a full right triangle, because if we know all of QS is 10 and we know like this angle is 34 degrees, and I call RS X for a moment, then we can use right triangle trig, SOHCAHTOA, to find X. So from the 34-degree angle, what we want to find is opposite, and 10 acts as the hypotenuse away from the right angle. Again, we're in this triangle here. So we can say sine, that's opposite hypotenuse. The sine of 34 degrees is going to be equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. So 10 sine 34 would be equal to X. As long as you're in a calculator in degree mode, 10 sine 34 is about 5.59. It's not going to be a nice number because it's not a special right triangle. So something like 5 squared 2 makes me think you were thinking like this is a special kind of right triangle, like a 30, 60, 90 triangle. QR QR, we could also use the 34-degree angle. I'll call this Y temporarily, and that would then be the adjacent. So we can say that the cosine of 34 degrees is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse of 10. So 10 cosine 34 would be Y, which is QR. And 10 cosine 34 is about 8.29. In the last case, we've got a rhombus. We know that the measure of angle BAC is 53 and DE is 8, which you've got in there. DAC would also be 53 degrees because in a rhombus, angles are bisected by the diagonals. AED is a right angle. Diagonals are perpendicular, which would make angle ADC. Let's see. If we complete the right triangle here, then we have 37 degrees in each case. So you're correct that the whole angle would be, angle ADC would be 74. Side D, or not degrees, but yes, DB would be 16 because diagonals are bisected, so we'd have 8 here as well. So from D to B would absolutely be 16. AE would not be 8 because the diagonals are not congruent. We would have to use a right triangle trig again. So in this right triangle, we can say, all right, we have an angle. We want to find the opposite side AE. I'm going to call it X. And we have the adjacent. So that's opposite adjacent. That's tangent. We can say that the tangent of 37 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. So 8 times the tangent of 37 is equal to side AE. 8 tangent 37 into your calculator gives you about 6.03. All right, I hope this helps out a little bit. Overall, you were doing pretty good.